Hey, Geek Protagonist, thoughts on the drive. I actually thought I reacted to the video, the trailer to the Suicide Squad. So, right off the bat, I'm excited because we got a new crew. Suicide Squad's one of those things that, one of those stories that if you don't succeed, you could try again, and it always works because there's always a different group, or you can always put different people, and you don't know who's gonna live, who's gonna die, or whatever. It's a very big group of them. First thing I want to talk about that I'm super excited about is I'm finally getting Starro in a movie, which means I am one step closer to getting Jarro in a movie. If you don't know who Jarro is, he is one of the coolest Robins who don't get enough love when they do all of the great Robins like Damian and stuff. He is a Starro who happens to be a Robin, and it is awesome. He is great. I love, like, Sylvester Stallone, and he's playing King Shark. Now, I don't know what's going on, because I know they said the thing about some people were complaining because King Shark has kind of supposedly a semi-dad bod, which I'm like, well, he's a shark person, and sharks aren't sitting there always trying to be ripped. Like, I get the concept, but making something like a Godzilla where they're just girthy, that's how the animal kingdom works. But King Shark has been very popular lately. Like, we got King Shark and Harley Quinn, right? He's kind of pudgy and stuff. We got King Shark in The Flash. There was an awesome rendition of it where he was like growing and he was like kind of like a Hulk kind of thing. You got King Shark in the new Suicide Squad versus Justice League game. Even though Assault on Arkham, there was King Shark in there and King Shark died, but maybe there's a different King Shark. But it also does not explain why Deadshot all of a sudden in that game is black, but in the movie that's connected to the Arkham universe, he is Caucasian. I don't know. But King Shark has been making a lot of appearances. And it's funny, too, because King Shark in the comics is supposed to be a hammerhead. But it's like people either have difficulty drawing them or difficulty doing the line eye shots. So King Shark keeps being a great white. And most people, I think, if you ask them what is King Shark, they're going to say it's a great white because it's consistently being a great white. So, but Sylvester Stallone's playing him. King Shark's a little different this one. He kind of does look, even though they said if you go with the timing, that wasn't on purpose, he does look like the one from the Harley Quinn cartoon. With less clothing, like he looks like a combination of that one and the one from The Flash. With the pants thing and stuff. And I think the pudgy thing really will work for King Shark because he does look like an animal and it makes him stand out completely different from every other version of King Shark except for the Harley Quinn one. You got characters like Polka Dot Man, which is great. The sexual, the organ that they talked about when he was like, I'll eat them all on this beach was great. What I also like is the fact that James Gunn did something that's wow, what a concept. He wanted a female character to play a certain role, so he looked for a female character. He didn't race swap, gender swap, or nothing. These characters are. So, Ratcatcher 2 is a female. Ratcatcher 1 is not. Bloodsport, there's two versions. There's a black version and a white version. He was like, hey, I want the main character to be a black guy, but I can't make him be Deadshot. I don't want to redo Deadshot. So how do we do it? Oh, we find a character who has a similar thing but does work a little differently because he's not Deadshot, and we make it work. Like, wow, how did you do it? You actually used comic book characters that created that are actually black and then represented, were created from originally to be black, and then you had them do it. Wow. So yeah, so like I was saying, had to make a stop. But yeah, it's a great concept. Like, James Gunn actually went in there and it looks like he was like, okay, Sylvester Stallone, his key people, Nathan Fillion, Michael Rooker, like those key people were definitely there. But then Harley Quinn, for example, is wearing to me, one of the best, probably her best live action costume. Because it actually, her clothing and her style, the red and the black, looks like Harley but then it also has that heart, like the old Harley, and I was like, okay, that's actually awesome. It's nice that after so many movies, we get to see her in her more traditional, apparently are going to be more traditional uniform, since everyone seems to get their panties in a bunch when people wear clothing. Oh, there's too much of this, not enough of that. I think it's stupid. But, oh, okay. We got this thing happening here where you got Polka Dot Man, for example. And it's like, Polka Dot Man? Now, if you don't know who the affiliate is in this movie, he's one of DC's craziest characters, the one that rips off his arms, Terror Marth Boy or something like that. But yeah, and then you got Peacemaker, who you see John Cena and they're like, oh, I'm like, you can barely fit in the seat. Yeah, John Cena. I don't care. John Cena is one of the best to ever do it. Y'all can fight me on that one. But it's really cool to see him as Peacemaker, and it's very funny because John Cena has a really good comedic timing. And this team looks like it's going to be something wild, and you got a lot of characters. Definitely some people ain't going to make it to the end of the movie. Trying to think, there was something else I was thinking about too. Oh, like I said, I like that they have this more, this one didn't seem more as misfitty. It seemed more like, okay, this is the Suicide Squad, this is what they're going to do. And this time around, they're all a little bit more militant. So I noticed that, like Bloodsport, you have Peacemaker, who is a bad guy, but he's a bad guy because he's an extreme kind of person. But he believes in America to like the craziest degree kind of thing. And just how they have all the stuff situated, it's extremely interesting what you're going to get. And I don't know what they're fighting, but the fact that there's a Starro is awesome. There's a lot of characters that they have that's coming through personality. I think King Shark's going to be that new... that new kind of Groot kind of character everybody's gonna fall in love with, especially if King Shark went nom nom and started eating the dude, and I was like, yeah, King Shark is a shark. Yeah, they had him in King Shark in the Justice League Apocalypse. Like, I don't think we've gone a year without having King Shark on something. Like since like I would say what 20, maybe 15, 16, we have not gone a year without having King Shark in something. That's crazy. King Shark's an interesting character that you could probably do a lot with, though. And King Shark usually comes in two ways. Completely animalistic and very vicious, or really smart in there. But King Shark always has that I don't care kind of thing about him. I'm King Shark because I'm King Shark kind of thing. And also, depending, what you follow, like if you've seen the Apocalypse thing, King Shark is also a part of the letter community, which is also another win. Great character. It's definitely going to be a standout and part of the community. Now, they're probably not going to touch on it in the movie, but like, I mean, literally, if I remember correctly, it is, and I know they've referenced it in Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. So, that's something in itself as well. And, which is always cool. And it looks like a lot of characters, like Pete Davidson's in it. They're all going to play different characters. Now, there are certain characters you can see that are going to totally be there, but some of them you're like, are they going to make it? But we don't know. Some of them might make it and surprise you. It's a really good thing. And James Gunn, I mean, Suicide Squad 1 was basically them trying to capture, the essence of Guardians of the Galaxy. So this is right up his alley. He gets to pretty much go all crazy. And if you need to see something awesome that James Gunn's ever done, watch the movie Slither. So, oh, and Weasel's in it too, which a lot of people are focused on King Shark. I'm like, I wonder what they're gonna do with Weasel. Are they gonna kill Weasel, or is Weasel gonna like surprise you? So there's a lot of good stuff in there. It has good feeling. DC's on the right track with Snyder Cut, even though they're too busy not giving us what we want, which is the at least you know, if you can't restore, at least finish the story. But we'll see. Maybe down the line, if people stop acting crazy and trying to review bomb everything else, it might work. I don't know. But you guys tell me what you think. Did you enjoy it? It looks like it's a very much more coherent, and there's one other factor. Even though Harley Quinn is, of course, Harley Quinn, so she's like the top star in this particular one, it didn't feel like she's dominating it, from at least what I've seen in the trailer. It's like, of course, she's going to have her moments because she's Harley Quinn, but it feels like the Suicide Squad is going to be the Suicide Squad. Not a really complaint on the other one. It's just that definitely you could tell Deadshot and Harley were like definitely the main, where it was supposed to be more of a group, and the breakout star is Captain Boomerang, and what is his name? It's not Joaquin. I can't remember his name right now. Why can't I remember his name right now? Not Jared Leto. Why did Jared Leto come to my head? Jai Courtney. They've been trying to make Jai Courtney a thing for a while. He's not a bad actor, and he's actually had some pretty decent roles. But you can tell when Hollywood tries to push somebody, and they were trying to push him, and it just wasn't working. He's not the leading man. But him playing Captain Boomerang really showed a great side of him. Like, if they ever made hey, Cap, I'm not surprised they're going to make Here Comes Peacemaker. There's a lot you can actually do with that character, and he's actually a good guy. He just goes too far in his beliefs for America, but he's all about America. But I would think that they, and you know, it's John Cena, so you know, they're probably like, well, we got him on lock, let's use him. I really wish they would actually do a Captain Boomerang show. I think we all would enjoy that. Like last time he was drinking and he got the unicorn, and he's just funny. And it was like, if you didn't know any better, you wouldn't even be able to tell it was Jai Courtney. So tell me what you guys think of the Suicide Squad trailer. I think it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be enjoyable. And it's the Geek Protagonist. You stay safe, you stay healthy, you stay real. And